So I made a song 2 years ago now called Do You See Me Now? And I'm just checking my distribution company, my profile on my distribution company's website to see what my monthly earnings are to take them out. And it's just crazy to me that after all the songs that I've been releasing in the past 2 years since, it's still the one that's generating me the most money. It's not like a whole lot of money, but it's like $35 a month. And the quantity is 45,000, which is like the people streaming it, buying it, sharing it, engaging with it. And that's kind of a crazy number compared to the other songs. But yeah, it's just really cool to me that that song still is the one that's generating me the most revenue. And it's cool because it just further emphasizes that when you're going through a really painful situation, you can make art about it and people can resonate with it, and it can do a lot of good for people, and it can turn into a song that people love, something that they resonate with. And yeah, it's just crazy because the song is basically, so it was the first song that I put on my album, my first album that I ever made myself, called Immunity. And I made it during the pandemic, like the peak of the pandemic. And that's why it's called Immunity. And I had recently, I left my boyfriend, my ex-boyfriend, out in Colorado. And that was really devastating. And it was really hard to start over and move back to my home state of Florida. I felt like I was failing and giving up. And I was really scared to start over, especially during the pandemic, like a lot of other people had to do. So I kind of was having like a panic attack, and I was just in like the worst mental place during that time. And I was suddenly just so motivated to make this body of work, which was my album. And I made it in like a short period of time using GarageBand. I wrote all of the songs, I produced them all myself, made them in GarageBand. And if you like Grimes, you probably would like it. It's like very synth heavy, very synth heavy. But the specific song Do You See Me Now is very like minimal with the beat. I sampled a Bollywood song because I really am inspired by Bollywood music, like specifically the classic Bollywood. I really love their pitch that they use because it sounds kind of like off key and like more westernized music. It's very opposite with the way that the women sing. They use like really high pitched tones, and it sounds off key to us, but to them that's their key, that's like their melody, their pitch. They just kind of take a different note than you would expect, and it kind of just really spoke to me. So I sampled a part of that, like a specific classic Bollywood film, and then I just like recorded myself clapping, and I was making like this noise that I sampled. And if you listen to the song, you can kind of tell, like I made it in my friend's apartment. I had just moved back, and I was sitting in my friend's apartment in their kitchen, and I just opened up my laptop on GarageBand, and I just took this sample, like I took a song, I downloaded it off of YouTube, like a Bollywood moment, and I took her voice and I just chopped it, and then I recorded this, and I just made it really quickly, and like the lyrics just kind of came to me because I just was having like a moment of like a panic attack, because I was like, my God, this is really happening. I can't believe it's over. Just feeling like really hopeless and sad. And so I literally, in the lyrics, I'm just like, losing my mind, losing my mind. And I was losing my mind. I literally was. I mean, it was very simple lyrics, but, and it's like the sample, my voice is like, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ah, It's supposed to sound kind of like, can't take myself seriously right now. Sorry, people. I can't take myself, you know what, why did I even bother? So anyways, this is very long, but it's just, I was going to show you the song. I've been lost and confined. I've been lost for some time. I've been lost and confined. I've been gone for quite some time. Losing my mind, losing my mind. Anyways, it's very simple. But yeah, it's cool that that song is still the one that's generating me the most revenue. It's kind of like a big to my ex-boyfriend, because I had left and told him that I was going to make a point to not live in someone else's shadow in their career, and I was going to be working on my own, especially when it was around someone that constantly made me feel like I was too much, I was too crazy, I was too out there, I was too unique, I was too creative. I wasn't the 9-to-5 working fitness blonde, which is, I am some of those things, but I wasn't fitting into the label of what the trophy girlfriend that he wanted. I'm an artist, so I was too much. And so I really made a point. I said, I'm going to leave and I'm going to focus on my art. I'm going to focus on making my music. And so I felt finally like I had the motivation. I had that forced feeling of like, I have to do this. I have to prove to him, I have to prove to myself, I have to prove to everyone that like, that I'm going to work on my art. It's not, I'm so tired of prioritizing someone else, which I have a tendency to do when I fall in love with someone. I put my own dreams and goals on the back burner because I love so intensely. And that's what I did, and it was for the wrong person, and that's why it didn't work. And so I felt like I needed to prove that I can do it. And yeah, so, and then it was kind of like also, you know, you let me go, I left, you hurt me, but you're always going to see my face because I chose a path of being in the entertainment with the art and everything that I do. And so you'll still have to see my face everywhere. So it was just supposed to be kind of a very Scorpio way of my revenge, success being my revenge. It's just kind of funny in hindsight. But anyways, I guess the message here is even if you're having a mental breakdown or a panic attack, if you use that as fuel, you can turn it into something really beautiful. Even if you can't see it in the moment, because I couldn't see it in the moment. I felt awful. I was terrified. I was scared. But I turned it into this song and this album, and now it makes me a little bit of income every month. And I think it also, I listen to it now and I bop to it, I dance to it, and it doesn't have any negative connotations to me anymore. You can make something beautiful out of something very dark. Anyways, 9 minutes later, there we go.